What is up, everybody? It's Sam, and we are back with another episode of Pessimistic at Best, the podcast. James was making some little motions in the background.
I didn't mean to distract you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Leave it in. Leave it in.
Yeah, we're rolling.
We're rolling. So, yeah, as you guys can probably tell, this week's guest is James Arbaje.
Wow.
None other.
It is truly an honor and a pleasure to be here.
Well, I'm so glad you think so, because, of course, we just got back from vacation, and who better to talk about vacation with than you?
Who was there?
The person I went on this journey with.
You really thought this through.
I did. Obviously, there was no episode last week. I'm sure you guys missed me. But again, we were on vacation. We were busy. We had plans.
Sorry.
And we're sorry.
That's it.
But we hope you enjoyed your time away from us. And here we are. We're back. Better than ever.
If you were in Madison, it was a heat wave.
That is what we heard.
We missed it.
We missed it. And it was actually very cold where we were.
Yeah.
Unseasonably so. We went to the Pacific Northwest. Have you guys been?
Answer now. we got to start treating this like Dora things. Give little moments for them to respond.
But yeah, we went to Seattle, and then we actually went up to Vancouver, BC, which was our first time up in the PNW, and also, well, kind of my first time in Canada.
My first time in Canada.
Yeah.
You've been to like what?
I went to Niagara Falls when I was like 1.
Classic.
And I don't have any memories of that.
It's like a rite of passage in the Midwest.
Yeah, it is.
I never did it.
We went on the Canadian side as well, but so my dad says.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, it was fun. We went out there to visit Sam and Molly, who had just moved out there, like literally a week ago.
For the Seattle trip part.
And then we went up to Vancouver to visit some of James's family, which has been on the docket for several years.
Yeah.
We finally made it happen.
For real.
But yeah, it was like unseasonably chilly there in both places. It was pretty cold. I would say like typically 60s.
We missed the last heat wave in Madison too. It's like super, super hot in the DR in the summer. And a couple years ago, we went for a wedding. It was my first time in like the middle of summer. And it was hotter in Madison than there, which is so funny.
And it was hot there, let me tell you.
Yeah. So, man.
But yeah, that was really bad time in Madison. This time was also really bad. I read something on the news that they had turned the Alliant Energy Center into a cooling center for people without power.
Oh, yeah. And power went out.
Well, because there was like a storm that brought the heat wave through.
Oh, okay. Damn. Yeah, we touched back down in Chicago, and it was fucking blazing.
Oh, my God, yeah, I had no idea. I was wearing, like, a sweatshirt, a coat.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I planned ahead. I had a shirt on the whole day.
Whatever.
I guess I'm just, like, a little smarter than you, though.
You didn't want to say anything? You didn't want to get, heads up.
I did. On the plane, I was like, you're going to be hot when we touch down.
Whatever. On the plane is a little bit late. My suitcase is gone.
I feel like I said something even before then, but whatever.
You did not. But yeah, it was really fun. Seattle is super cool. We had a grand old time there. It was like very, I don't know. I've just never really been to a city like Seattle, to be honest.
Me neither. It was really unique. It was really dope.
It was really cool. Hopefully we didn't overwhelm Sam and Molly. They literally had just moved out like a week ago. But it was good. I mean, I don't think there was expectation.
No, it was great. We got to see their local pizza shop. Their house is really sick. Their area is just dope in general.
Yeah, their apartment is so cute.
Yeah. And Sam's a little speed demon. He had everything set up, basically. It looked like a lived-in home, so kudos to them, because...
He hung all the art. I feel like that's the hardest part. Anytime you move, that's the last thing you do.
Takes like months for us usually.
Oh my God, months.
We got there like, what? You guys moved in last week?
I know, it was like fully decorated.
For real.
Very impressive. But wow, Seattle was expensive. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was.
It was like so expensive. I think they have 10% sales tax, which is obviously high.
But don't they have like less something else or less income tax or something?
I think no income tax.
No income. Okay, that's fire.
However, I'm not making my income out there, so
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was really expensive. The first day that we got there super early. Our flight was at like 7.
Mm-hmm.
We flew out of Chicago on a Sunday. We actually would have gone down a little earlier. However, my mom had an art show in Chicago last weekend, Old Town. So shout out to her. It was fun. We like going to those. And we didn't make it down to Old Town last year, and I really regretted it because she had like a blast, and she sold upwards of 25 paintings.
Yeah, it was another big hit year this year too.
Oh my God, I think she did even more money.
Yeah.
My mom's a little beast.
For real, raking
I'm so
it
proud
in.
of her.
We got to hang out with Kimber.
Yes. If you guys have ever been to, I mean, most of you would have probably gone to Art Fair on the Square in Madison, Wisconsin, which is the art show that comes every summer. There is a woman there who makes these like Humpty Dumpties.
Mm-hmm.
They're like egg sculptures. I don't know if they're all supposed to actually be like a play on Humpty Dumpty, but
yeah, there's a variety.
they're very much
I would
giving
assume,
that vibe.
right?
Yeah.
You can't really
Or
do
they're
that
like
without...
perched on shelves.
Yeah.
And they weigh anywhere from like, I don't know, 10 pounds to like 250 plus.
Yeah. They're all bronze, hollow bronze. She was talking about her process.
She was my mom's neighbor this year at Old Town.
She was a hoot.
And I've never put a face to the art.
Yeah, she's kind of like a staple.
I see her
for us,
everywhere.
for real.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, she was so crazy. She was really fun though.
Yeah, she was awesome.
And she like, you know, definitely needed some help and stuff sometimes because she had to do setup and takedown all by herself. So she's rallying the troops.
Yeah, she's like, you guys want to help? And we're like, yeah.
I guess. But yeah, no, it's always fun. We love going to my mom's art shows. So that was fun. We also hung out with Karen and Rob, my mom's art bestie.
Classic.
So that was a good time. And then, yeah, we left pretty much the next morning, bright and early. We slept at a DoubleTree near the O'Hare Airport. You gotta love that.
Yep.
Warm cookies and all. However, I booked us.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I booked us a king bed. And our room, the room that we were given, had not 2 queens, 2 doubles.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I slept on a double bed with another human.
We were like, should we split up?
Literally, like we almost slept in. But honestly, I mean, we got less than 4 hours of sleep that night.
Yeah, Jesus.
Our flight was pretty early. It was at like 7. It is what it is. We got, we recently got TSA pre-check.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's something that we did. Something very funny about getting your pre-check appointment in Madison is that you just go to the Staples
in Easttown Mall.
office supplies store. Yeah, over in Monona.
I thought it was genius, too, the way they have it set up, just in a weird cubicle in the back. And if you're waiting, you're literally sitting on the like office chairs, like
that
displays.
Are for sale.
Yeah, the ones that are for sale. So there's just like 10 people waiting for this makeshift cubicle.
What if someone's actually trying to buy a chair? You know, fuck all of you.
No, you
Get
wouldn't
up.
be able to.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
It was really strange. And you make an appointment in advance. I think they take walk-ins too, but we made appointments and you just like literally go to this random fucking Staples, wait until they call your name, sit down, tell them you're not a felon, pay $85, and now you can keep your shoes on when you go through airport security for the next 5 years.
And it was worth it.
Well, so.
It almost wasn't.
We got to we like woke up around, I don't know what, like 5:30, I guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe a little earlier than that because our flight was at like 7. So we got up.
We tried to leave at 5.
I think we left at 5. So 4:30. So we got up early, right? Extremely.
We were right next to the airport.
And then we just like, you know, we parked our car in one of those
economy
lots
Lot G,
for the poor people. And then had to take a shuttle in. So, you know, there were some steps involved. Even though you're literally sleeping at the airport, it still took us probably like 25 minutes.
Yeah, more.
And we get there and I'm thinking we're going to be fine. I check my bag, whatever. And then I was like, okay, well, we have our TSA now. And we literally just had our appointments like last week. Like it was not.
And we had just gotten approved like the day before.
Yeah. Very close to our
trip.
trip.
We were like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're set.
Right. So we were like, okay, this is perfect. We'll go through TSA pre-check line. We like went through. The guy was like, do you have pre-check? We said yes. He didn't really ask us anything. And then we just kind of kept going.
Mm-hmm.
And then similar to like normal security, you get up to the front and the guy asks for your boarding pass and ID or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, you don't have pre-check. You can't be here. And I'm showing him my, whatever my little number is.
Yeah.
My it's not like a frequent flyer or something along those lines.
Known traveler number.
Yeah.
KTN.
That's the one.
We're known.
We are. You know us.
Oh, God.
And we're like showing him our number and he's like, you can't be here. You can't be here. And just kind of like rushed us out.
We're like, what? Is there something we did wrong?
Right.
We were asking him anything like, what happened?
I am registered.
Yeah, I paid.
And yeah, right. I told you I'm not a felon. I paid my $85
Yeah, at Staples.
There's nothing more official than that. Yeah, then he kicked us out and we like go over by normal security and the line was long as fuck and it just kept getting longer. It was like actually crazy.
And it was like half the size when we got there too, so I was pissed. I was like, this is getting big.
Yes. And it was one of those ones where like you're not even actually in like any sort of ropes. Like
that's
they're
the
just
worst.
starting to take up the full lobby.
The whole thing.
And it doesn't make any sense. People can sneak in. You don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, why are us civilians responsible for the snaking of this fucking line right now?
Literally.
It just goes to the window and back.
Oh, so it was really bad. And we were starting to get nervous because obviously, I don't know, we probably should have left with more time, but we were thinking we're pre-checked, so we're all good.
Yeah, we're like, we can do whatever we want.
The rules do not apply to us. But then I just happened to be like looking on my phone for a solution. Because I was like, maybe, it said, he was like, it doesn't say pre-check on your boarding pass. You don't have a pre-check boarding pass. That's what he kept saying.
Yeah.
So I looked if there was like a way to add it to a boarding pass if you like got pre-check after you bought your flight. It was so fucking easy. All I had to do was add my little known traveler number to my like whatever or United account. I think we flew United.
Like, dude, you've never run into this before?
That's what I'm saying.
Why did you not tell us this immediately?
So he was an asshole.
Yeah.
But then it was super easy. So then we were like dipping out of that line and we
like,
went back to pre-check. So worth it.
Oh my God. There's like 4 people.
We thought about gatekeeping this.
Nobody can know
general
about TSA
concept.
pre-check.
Yeah, we're actually not going to tell anyone. This is a secret between us.
We were like, man, this is the word cannot get out.
But it's like actually so worth it. Everybody should do it. I don't know what took us this long.
It's so
Dude,
weird.
$85 is nothing.
For 5 years?
I'd pay that for one flight.
Yeah.
Well,
No, but
a
maybe.
few. A year.
If you're not, like, we wouldn't have made the flight maybe.
No.
So, yeah, it was worth it for this.
And it's so nice to keep your shoes on and shit. I know that that's like kind of not the point of the whole it's just like
Definitely
the
not the
best.
point.
Oh my God. I love keeping my shoes on. I love not having to like take out the laptop or the liquids. And then we got through so quick. We had time to get Starbucks.
Hell yeah.
It was great.
It was.
And I will say, out of all of the flights I've had in recent, like literally the last 3 years since pandemic, these are like the first ones I think that have gone no bumps.
Yeah. Not delayed.
Not delayed. We also had the luck of not obviously having connections, which tends to cause problems.
That's true.
But these are both direct flights. But yeah, oh my God, amazing.
Yeah. No, smooth.
It was very smooth. The bummer for me was, of course, I worked my full first flight, which was about 4 hours and 45 minutes. It was long.
Oh, yeah. I just slept.
James slept. I worked. So I was starting to feel a little delirious.
Yeah.
And we got there too. It's a 2-hour time difference, right? So we got there and it's like fucking 9 a.m.
It took us a couple days to get into the swing of things for sure.
Well, yeah. I was feeling very crazy the first day. We got there and we had the full day. Sam so kindly picked us up at the airport, which was great, and then dropped us off at our hotel. We stayed at the Ace Hotel in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So stinking cute.
First Street.
It's like I'm about to say Norwegian. Is that what I mean? It's like that style of design.
Oh, sure.
Very minimalist and like...
Cool.
I'm thinking Scandinavian, I think is what I'm going for. Scandinavian inspired.
Okay.
So cute.
Yeah.
It's like sort of hostel vibes where like if you wanted just like a room with a sink, you can have that. And then there's a bunch of shared bathrooms, but like not in a gross way.
Yeah, yeah.
But then we did pay extra for a bathroom in the room. And they do have a few of those as well. It was massive. It was way bigger than I was expecting.
Yeah.
And it even had the cutest little balcony situation.
It was really dope.
We got there. It's funny. You like pull up and you open the door and it's just like a shit ton of stairs and you have to carry your suitcase all the way up.
Yeah. That's pretty bogus, honestly.
But like, whatever. That's why I have James. Chick at the front was so nice. I don't know if any of you guys have watched Twin Peaks. James and I were recently watching Twin Peaks, and she is exactly like
Lucy, the receptionist
at the police station.
In the best way.
Yeah. Just like bubbly, so friendly.
Yeah.
It was cracking me up.
Kind of looked like her.
Yeah. So yeah, but she was very sweet. We're lucky to have her. She let us check into our room early.
Oh yeah, that worked out really well.
Absolutely love to see it. And she was like, "You guys have my favorite room."
Perfect.
And I get why.
Yeah, for real.
It was so cute. So would recommend. And we had like a full day ahead of us. So we immediately went to, I had a market I wanted to go to. I love my markets.
Yes.
Fremont Street Market. It was super cute. It was like a little thrift situation. And I don't know, we kind of got there. I was feeling a little crazy already.
Definitely.
Just a little delirious.
That was another example of things being too expensive. The thrift stuff.
And so then we're like walking around. I like normally love that. Would go in every booth and like would buy 20 things.
Yeah.
One, I think I was tired and like a little bit grumpy or something. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't even know if I was I was just like not in the correct headspace.
Yeah.
And we would go into these booths and they had things like fucking clothes from Express that were like $45. And I was like, this would be cheaper in store.
Yeah, from Express.
From Express.
They just think you won't look.
Right.
And they're just charging up the ass for it.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was bogus. You found some good stuff, though.
I found some cute things. I felt pressure to find some cute things. So
I need to
buy something. Well, and there was like one specific booth that I was like, this girl is marking her shit clean up. Like,
For
I do not
real.
know. But then we found that we found one girl who like handmade some stuff.
Yeah, she was
And then
great.
she also had some vintage stuff. Plus she had a cool haircut. So
just great vibes.
she's so cool. But yeah, it was also funny. We were like kind of shopping around, and then there's a little part of it that had food, like food trucks. And I was like, I just want a beer. I want a beer. I want to sit down and have a fucking beer. That's what I want right now. And we like go over by the food trucks thinking, absolutely, we're going to find beer here.
Right. Of course.
Because duh. And there was literally not a single person with any form of alcohol in their hands. No one was sipping on anything. Not even like a fucking lemonade or something. Like no one had.
No seltzers.
No. And like that's like the first moment I was like, oh, we are alcoholics.
Yep.
Because an event like that in Madison
The first thing you do
is grab a drink.
The first thing we do is look for a beer.
Yes. Always. You walk
Three
around to little
Stevens.
shops with your beer.
Yeah.
With your fucking 20 ounce.
Yep.
Literally.
Takes the whole time.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's just crazy. So yeah, no beer.
We were like dumbfounded. We were like, how is this possible?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It was like 3 p.m. on a Sunday. What else are you guys doing?
Right. Actually shopping?
Yeah.
Stop.
What the hell? So that was funny. But the market was really fun. If you find yourself in Seattle, highly
In
recommend.
Fremont on a Sunday.
On a Sunday. Between the hours of 9 and 4 p.m.
Yep.
But yeah, it was cool. We even got Sam and Molly a housewarming gift.
Yes.
So there was lots of good finds there. It wasn't just thrifted stuff. They had plants. They had all sorts of shit.
Yeah. Lots of jewelry.
It was really neat. Yeah, I got a cool pair of earrings.
One girl was, what's the word? Not catcalling, but.
Oh my gosh, I hate that.
Yeah. She's like, handmade jewelry. Like, whoa, keep your
Literally
voice down.
shouting at me and making dead eye contact.
Yeah,
I
like
can
walked
see.
faster away. I was like,
I can literally see your booth.
yeah, no. If we wanted to stop, we would.
Yeah. Also, the second someone yells at me, I don't want your shit.
Yeah.
Even if it looked cute, I'm not coming to your booth anymore.
No.
I'm done.
No. Don't solicit me for your store.
I used to feel that same way, even just like walking into like a fucking Aeropostale when I was like 13 at the mall or something, and they'd be like,
for
"Hi,
sure.
what can I help you find today?" Shut up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't know what I'm doing yet. If I have a question, I'll find you.
I like literally will turn around. Fuck this place.
13-year-old walking in Hollister. Turn around. Leave immediately.
Oh, so yeah, no yelling. If I'm walking past your booth, don't yell.
We made it up though. We went to this little bar near it. That was good. Got some beers there.
It was a brewery. It was very cool.
Dreamland.
It was like, I don't know, there was like a giant monster and it kind of made me feel like I was on drugs.
Yeah.
I think that was the goal.
Yeah, there was like a jungle kind of vibe outside on the patio.
Yeah, it was very crazy. With like literally this giant fountain lion head
thing. Yeah.
Oh, jaguar.
I don't know. Yeah.
And it roared.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good.
It was good. We sat there for a long time because my brain was not working and I couldn't have done anything else.
No, we needed to recharge.
Yeah. But it was very cute. It was really funny. James was drinking Miller Lights, as he does.
Of course. The only beer that exists.
Yeah, disgusting. And the like waiter came over. We were like ready to pay the bill or whatever.
And I had been like digging his energy the whole time. I was like, this guy's chill as fuck.
James was pretty in him. And I mean, he was cool, but he comes over. We're like, closing out, gonna head out. And I don't remember how it came up. He like asked where we were from or.
If we're visiting or something.
Yeah. And we said yes. And that we, first time in Seattle, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, where are you guys from? Oh, Madison, Wisconsin. He was like, no way. I'm from Madison. Well, he was from Wisconsin.
No, he had lived in Madison.
But he had lived in Madison, yeah.
Like for, a good chunk.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense why you're drinking Miller. Fucking Tim. That's our guy.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah. And then, of course, James was like, that's why I liked him so much.
Yeah, dude. He was just super chill and nice.
So, that's good. And I'm glad he found himself a brewery job because then we were making jokes about how we're alcoholics. And he was like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Takes some getting used to.
Different world out there.
But yeah, the trip was so fun. One bummer. We're just going to go into it. One bummer.
Yeah.
was I had purchased tickets to the Haim concert for when we would be in Seattle, right? Because I either was going to go to the one here in Milwaukee, never got tickets to it. I'm pretty sure it sold out, although I'm not 100% positive. But I happened to look into what live music was going to be there when we would be visiting, and Haim was there. And I was like, we have to buy these tickets. I texted James, I think you're at the movies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was.
And they weren't even very expensive, and we got the tickets, and I was looking forward to it this whole time. I love Haim. Women in Music Part 3. I listened to that album on fucking repeat. Like that is constantly on.
Yes.
And I listened to it from start to finish. It's one of those.
Great album.
So I was very much looking forward to this concert. And again, we had kind of had another day where we were pretty tired, and I don't think we were fully feeling it.
That was the second day, and something happened. I don't know.
We had tummy aches.
Energy was weird that day.
It was.
It was just me and you. We didn't even get to meet up with Sam
and
Molly, and maybe that was it. We missed them too much.
Well, and I definitely always get stomach aches when I travel. I don't know what the hell is the matter with my internal system. But we had terrible stomach aches. We also, it was like a kind of a lazy day.
Yeah. We had been walking around a lot. Leisurely.
Yeah.
And I don't really get stomach aches like that. And we both had them.
Oh, that was the morning you had an actual really bad one.
Yeah. It was a weird day.
Yeah, so we had tummy aches, and we're trying to get excited for this concert. We did find James actually found a very cute place for us to eat. We weren't super hungry when we wanted just like light vibes.
Yeah,
and cocktails naturally.
Uh-huh.
That place was cute. It was silly energy because there was like a guy who was brand new. It was his first day.
Yeah.
And then we sat at the bar and they got in a strange tiff, but it is what it is.
Good place. Deadline.
Yeah. Good food. Really good oysters.
Yeah.
Delicious seafood.
Oh my God.
Over on the PNW over there.
So good.
But anyways, and then we're getting ready to go to this concert. We were literally exhausted. I think both you and I were so tired, but I was like, we got it. It's going to be good. We're going to get there. We're going to get some drinks. We're going to have fun. Well, we pull up to this fucking venue And there's like a woman yelling outside on her like fucking, what do you call those, megaphone?
Yeah, more yelling.
About how you can't bring your bag in and the venue's really strict about it and blah, 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 blah. And I like went over to her to see what was up and ask about it. And she was like, yeah, they're really strict about it. I like showed her my bag. She was like, I mean, maybe you have a chance, but probably not. And she was like, and then she pointed at this absolutely insane tent locker situation. And she was like, you can lock your bags up in there. This is the only official lockers, blah, 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 blah. It looked like the most unofficial fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
For real.
And I was like, okay, I'm just getting scammed. I'm going to walk away.
Yeah, we were like, nah.
And then we like walk in with our bags and we saw people getting turned away at the metal detectors. And then this woman holds up a piece of paper with literally a black square on it. And she was like, if your bag is bigger than this, you can't bring it in. Right. It was literally like 4x4. I swear to God, it was so fucking small.
Yeah.
I was like, can I bring in my fucking wallet? Like, does that even fit?
Yeah.
She looked at me like I was dumb. But then she pointed toward another also relatively sketchy locker situation.
For sure. These two 16-year-olds manning it.
Who looked like I don't know. The look on their face. I mean, maybe they were just like high or something. I was like, are you guys okay?
Yeah.
Do I trust you?
No, I know.
So I don't know, but whatever. And we ended up shoving James's bag in mine. So we only paid for one because we're literally geniuses. And then we, whatever, signed away our fucking lives, gave away our bags. And
Most important things.
And brought in our wallets. Made our way into the venue. Weirdest venue ever.
Weird spot.
I think it was attached to some sort of stadium.
Yeah, it's attached to the big football stadium. It's called WAMU.
Yeah.
Washington
Washington Musical Theater or something. Yeah. Very strange, literally massive.
Yeah.
Also, we got there and I don't know what sort of thing was going on with the sound, but it was like really hurting my ears.
Just from afar, the bass sounded terrible.
And I needed to go to the restroom, so we went to go to the restroom, and then over there, everything sounded even worse. Which, I guess we're not, at the stage, but it probably shouldn't sound this bad.
Yeah, I was sectioned off super weird, too.
With, curtains.
Yeah.
Also, they had, a full, you could buy fucking nachos. You could buy pretzel.
I think hot dogs.
Yeah.
Is this a baseball game?
I know. What kind of concert venue is this? Who's buying snacks?
Well, we'll tell you later.
And then we... saw this one giant area where there was a huge bar and it was all roped off, but it wasn't where the concert was. It was
more curtains.
More curtains. And we were like, whatever, maybe we'll try and go in here because it seems like easier access to drinks. Mm-hmm. And it was just the opener at this point. So we try to go in this little area and it's you have to go past a bouncer person. And I gave them my ID, and then James went to give them his, and they're like, we don't accept verticals, which is so not a thing here in Wisconsin. I mean, I guess I've, heard that in the grapevine, but, I just don't remember.
It's half the people here have vertical IDs still.
Yeah, and it's not, it's not, mandatory to get a new one, so I guess I just don't get how it's, a valid form of identification. How can you say that?
I know.
But I guess the whole thing, I looked it up because when I asked, I got a very rude response. They basically completely turned us away. He was like, we don't accept those. You need to have another form of identification. Also, they were just super fucking mean about it.
I was like, I have a million other forms. This is me. I can show you anything.
Yeah.
They were like, do you have your passport? And I was like, no.
It had to be something official.
I looked through my whole camera roll. I found a picture of my passport and he was like, oh, I meant it has to be here. Do you have it with you? No.
Which also sucked because we were going to Canada. So we did have our passports in Seattle, but we didn't think to bring them to this.
God.
Also, if we had, they probably would have been in our bags, which were outside.
Exactly.
And there was no re-entry. Yep. So it's what the hell do you guys want from us?
Yeah, we were even considering Ubering back quick just to grab it.
And then we went to another woman to try and maybe sneak past her in a different area because even in the concert venue, past the curtains, if you want a drink, you have to go and be in these sectioned off areas on the side where
So
they're serving
stupid.
booze, and you have to keep your drink in there. So we went out onto the dance floor, like, or whatever,
The main area. Yeah.
GA.
Yeah.
And no one has a drink in their hands.
It was so weird to see.
I just never seen anything like that. Again,
Everyone hands in
that
their
would
pockets.
never happen in Wisconsin.
No, that's like
Ever.
illegal here.
Are you kidding? Why would you
Yeah.
want to stop that many people from drinking? Also, how are all of those people? I just can't.
What does that even solve too? Because like they were in the area, like they're right there. They
Yeah.
just had to be in the corner. Why do you care?
I know.
Is it all about trash?
I
Like,
think it's,
get
I don't
more
know. I think
staff. I
it's
don't
just
know.
like much more about drinking. Like, I think it was like, I don't want, because
Yeah.
otherwise I could have gone and gotten us both drinks and handed you one
Yeah, exactly. No, like you had to be in there to drink
and
it.
stay in there. Well, and then James was like, you could just get one. It's fine. And I was like, well, I'm not going to fucking stand in there and like wave at you from behind the ropes.
How's that beer?
Yeah, like by my fucking self.
Oh God.
So that actually sucked. And then on top of that, I think you and I were just exhausted. I would not
Yeah.
say we had a good time at the concert.
No. And they did a great job. Haim themselves.
Oh my God, they
Our
were
rock stars.
amazing. We went and sat in the fucking bleachers. We were
Yeah.
with like the losers.
And that's when we saw somebody left and came back with nachos. I was like, is this a fucking baseball game?
I know.
Like, aren't we supposed to be like partying and getting
That's what I'm
dancey to this music?
saying.
I don't know, man.
I also just feel like as a musician,
Yeah.
I would not want just all these stone cold sober, boring ass people.
Just chilling in the front. Like, that means you have to show up so drunk to be drunk at the concert.
Yeah.
And sustain that drunkenness,
Yeah.
which is not ideal.
No. So yeah, I was like also literally falling asleep during the show. We didn't even stay till the end, which sucks
No.
because those are my fucking girls. But
We never do that. We never leave early.
no,
For something we paid that much money for?
right?
Fuck no. That was a weird ass day.
It was.
That was like the weirdest day I've had in a long time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But we pushed through.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely, you know, some nice moments, some
Mhm.
good food and
Yeah.
stuff. But Jesus.
Yeah. Got home, had tummy aches, went to sleep.
Yeah,
I was exhausted.
for sure. We clocked several miles that day.
We did.
Yeah.
Got our steps in.
Mm-hmm.
So we were in Seattle until Sunday to Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then
I say we hit our stride after that day.
I would agree. I would agree. And then we went up to Vancouver. I 100% thought I bought us Amtrak tickets, which I did.
You did.
However, we pull up to the station and we're like looking for which track is ours.
Yeah.
And this man, well, thank God for this man. He
Super
was like,
knowledgeable.
where are you guys looking to go? And I was like, oh, we're actually taking the train up to Vancouver. And he was like, that train hasn't run in 2 years. You're taking the bus. And I was like, excuse me?
You're like, oh.
So we like went outside and there were a whole bunch of other people waiting for it was like the full on like Badger bus vibes,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
which was kind of silly. Not exactly the picturesque situation I had imagined.
Yeah, I was definitely imagining us on this like really nice train
Yeah.
for some reason.
Me too.
Just post it up.
Well, also Amtrak's have Wi-Fi and I was kind of banking on that. So I had to work that night, which kind of sucked, but
Yeah.
it wasn't the end of the world. We
No.
we got there. It was a fine bus ride. The lady at customs was super fucking mean.
So mean. I don't know how you can be that mean.
She was so mean and she was like, why are you here?
Like, with that tone too, like Jesus Christ, dude, we're going to Canada.
She was like yelling
Thought you
at,
guys
like,
were nice.
this adorable little old couple and she was like, why are you here? What are you doing while you're here?
Yeah.
Oh my God. But made it past her. And then we made it into Canada, which was awesome. Got to our literally stunning Airbnb.
Yeah, for real.
It was gorgeous. Canada is also very expensive, and I found that in Vancouver specifically, I found that the Airbnb was cheaper than hotels there,
Oh yeah.
which was the reverse in Seattle
Right.
based on my search. But it was a really nice Airbnb. It was like a gorgeous loft. I believe it was the woman's home as well.
Oh yeah.
So those are always sometimes nice. Just obviously well taken care of because someone actually lives in it and cares about it. But we stayed in Gastown, which was like a cool area to stay in. It was like older. Definitely a lot of houseless people. We learned that Vancouver is the warmest climate
In Canada?
in all of Canada. So obviously then that makes more sense. But it was hard to see. It was definitely very sad.
It was. A lot of drug use right on the street.
Lots of it.
Didn't love to see that.
No. But all in all, it was a good place to stay. It was like cute cobblestone streets. It was like very much like the old part of the city.
A lot of good shops.
A lot of good shops. Did some thrifting there as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to the Airbnb. James was tired. Took a nap.
Hell yeah.
Took a rest. I did a little bit of work. We got there pretty early as well. I mean, we got there around like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Got in a fight at a pizzeria.
Classic. Probably just because we didn't eat before the train or the bus.
Well, because I also just sort of assumed that the Amtrak station would have food.
Yeah. A lot of train stations have something.
Or at least like a little coffee shop of some kind.
So we didn't have coffee. We didn't have food.
We were starving.
Like 4 hours later, we were like, all right.
Hungry, grumpy.
Hangry.
Yeah. But quickly moved on.
Yes.
Which is always good. That is the key. And then we had a lovely, lovely time with your family. It was so good to see everyone.
It was smooth sailing after that.
Well, and we were also just less responsible for ideas.
Yeah, Gabby and Jesse had a bunch of awesome ideas planned for us.
James has 3 cousins there.
Yes, brothers. It was great to
They're
see
all
everybody.
brothers, yes.
It's a dope city.
It is a very cool city. There's lots to do. It was like so easy to navigate the train, it's always kind of fun when you can do that and feel like you're actually living like a local.
Yeah, that's always the best.
And we had lots and lots of good food. I would say that was the best part. I had not 1, not 2, but 3 Eggs Benedicts during my stay. All very delicious for different reasons.
What was the best?
The best? That's tough. Honestly, maybe the first one at in Seattle. But that was like a classic Eggs Benedict at the 5-star or whatever.
Oh, nice, yeah.
When I spilled hollandaise all over myself.
That was some good food.
That was good food.
Yeah.
Also, that Bloody Mary was amazing. Although I had my first Bloody Caesar.
Yeah, that was good.
Which was really good, and I've never had that before. Apparently, it's clam juice, which sounds absolutely disgusting, and I don't understand how that could be so close to tomato juice.
No, there has to be tomato juice still.
I don't think there is. Don't
believe it.
That's what Gabby said.
I think it was just like, I don't know, with also clam juice or something.
Well, it was delicious. Yeah, no, we ate. I don't know the last time I ate this much.
Yeah, it was really, really good food out there.
By the end, I was starting to feel terribly sick.
Yes.
I just I don't know what it is when I travel. I get really I don't know, I'm just off my usual schedule. My body can't handle it.
Yeah.
And I think I was the most bloated I've ever been in my life.
Maybe.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I brought literally 1 pair of jeans and I could hardly fit into them by the end of the trip. But hey, it's all good in the hood. It was really fun though.
Hell yeah.
It was a great trip. I would say 10 out of 10 would go back.
Oh, for sure.
And actually, I am curious to start looking at my statements because it's cheaper. Obviously, we were paying for everything in Canadian dollars. So technically, we spent less.
Yeah.
Which is great.
No, it worked out for us.
But yeah, they were both very cool places. I'd like to go other places in Canada.
Yeah, me too.
But I am extremely tired now. We got home from this trip. I mean, granted, we also flew into Chicago, had to drive home, had to make our way to parking lot E, G, F.
And then to G.
And then to G. Whatever the hell.
We can never get that right for some reason. We always go to the
O'Hare.
shuttle center, and that's for taking you to other hotels or something.
Yeah, it's specifically hotel shuttles, which they could easily label.
And then we're scrambling to find the actual train or whatever little tram thing.
We made the exact same mistake as last time.
Yeah, we were wait a second.
Well, and then they do this weird thing. He was well, the closest way now, based on where we found ourselves, he was cut across. You basically walk through a fucking Hilton.
No, literally, yeah.
And then you are in the middle of this pedestrian call. I don't know what is happening there. It doesn't feel feels like maintenance should go in that building, not humans.
Yeah.
Who are looking, well, maintenance are humans.
Jesus. What are you saying?
But not me with my suitcase.
Not people who are trying to get from one part of the airport to the other.
No.
It was weird. We made it work though.
We found our way to parking lot G. Then, you drive home and then you're exhausted and then you get Culver's and then you slump on the couch and you have the worst Sunday scaries of your life.
That's just
and
what you do.
That's just what you do.
Still exhausted today somehow. We got a lot of sleep.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I don't need to go on another trip for a second.
No, that was good.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we did the DR last year, but that was just all about relaxing. Or was that this year?
That was this year,
Yeah.
and this was such a different kind of trip.
Yeah, it was an active trip.
Not so much a vacation.
Since the pandemic, it felt like a lot.
Yeah.
It was great, but need to recharge.
Yes. Okay, Rose and a Thorn, whole trip. Let's go.
Thorn, definitely that second day in Seattle. Just fucking weird, terrible stomach ache. I think maybe it was some type of little stomach virus.
I think you had,
Yeah.
food poisoning.
Something.
Traveler's situation.
I don't know. Yeah, it was bad. And Heim was weird. That whole experience took a turn for the worst, but whatever. And my what is it? Rose.
And Bud.
Now that I think about it, this is kind of a funny way to put it because all of this is the rose. Okay, whatever. My rose for Seattle was probably that Gasworks Park day. I did the skate park with Sam, then we got to a brewery, and then we walked around. Gasworks, just good vibes, a lot of fun. For Vancouver, my rose was probably the brewery day at the end. We were really tired, but we were just having a lot of fun, drinking, got some good food after.
It was our last day.
Yeah, it was.
It was good vibes.
Good vibes.
Cool brewery.
Yeah.
Delicious food. Sushi.
My bud for my next trip is to have a horizontal ID. That can never happen again.
Yeah, you need to get one of those literally ASAP.
Yep.
Also, just good to keep your passport on you when traveling. I will also start with my thorn. I think for me, there are 2 thorns on this rose.
Wow. That's a thorny rose.
One of them was definitely Heim. That just sucked. It put me in a bad mood. Plus, I was really excited for that concert, and I'm still kind of mad at myself that I wanted to go home, but I was so tired.
Yeah.
It was just not what I wanted. It wasn't what I wanted.
We saw most of it. We saw them being dope.
It was really fun. I just wasn't in the right headspace for it.
No, for sure. We were tired.
It's all good.
It happens.
And then I would also say I worked the first half of the trip. I worked remote.
Mm-hmm.
And although that was very easy, and I do think it's nice to know that I can do that, at the same time, it's so much harder to disconnect when you're traveling then. And it didn't feel really like a vacation, to be honest, until we got to Vancouver.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I also think I worked Madison hours because I wanted more time to explore. So, I was taking meetings at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucked. So, I don't know. It's a up and down right there because it's nice that I'm able to do that and that my company allows me to do that. And it's definitely a perk worth taking advantage of. But, then I would have liked more time in Seattle or I don't know. It's just it still puts a damper on things.
No, for sure.
So that was definitely a thorn as well.
Makes sense.
Rose, I think, was just seeing everyone. It was so much fun to have people to visit. It's fun to go on trips no matter what, but it's always fun to have people who can show you around and do things with you and just to have another reason to be somewhere. Plus, we hadn't seen some of your family members in several years.
No, for sure. It was amazing to see everybody.
So that was super, super fun. And plus meeting Nyla the baby. Oh, God, she's so cute.
The cutest baby in the world.
Literally the cutest.
Yeah.
I don't normally gravitate towards babies, but this one...
She's perfect.
She's perfect. So that was a blast. And I guess Bud, I think, maybe getting more sleep. Maybe just taking some fiber pills before I go on vacation.
Not working.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not working. There are definitely some things to improve upon. But overall, we had a really, really good time. I think also just part of it comes down to if you're tired before the trip, which we were, that tiredness is not going to go away during the trip.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So,
yeah.
Being less tired in life.
Which is, a combination of so many things.
It is.
It's hard.
But it was a blast, and hopefully this made you guys jealous. And
that was your goal with this. Oh, my God.
Oh, and
Excuse me.
inspires you to plan a trip out to the Pacific Northwest because
Hell yeah.
it was great. It was so cool. It was a great climate, unless you hate rain, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. 60 degrees are kind of like perfect
Yeah.
IMO.
I got used to all the rain.
Yeah. And it's
For
not
sure.
like it actually pours on you. It's just like constantly drizzling.
Yeah. It's kind of just like moody.
So it was fun. It was a great trip. We had a blast, for the most part. And now we're exhausted and we're going to go get some rest.
Hell yeah.
So thank you guys for listening. And I missed you so much. And we really only have one more episode in this season.
Oh, yeah.
The season has been a bit of a doozy. This is the busiest my life has ever been. So thank you all for sticking with me because, well, I just simply couldn't do it without you. But we have one more that I'm taking my leave of absence throughout the month of July. We have lots of things to do, including turning 26.
Wow.
And then I'll be
Moving.
back. Yeah, moving, which is literally going to rock our fucking world. But yes, so I will chat with you guys next week, and I'm looking forward to it. And I love you all so much. Bye. Another cathartic convo in the books. I feel better. How about you? Thank you so much for listening. Now I just want to jump on here and say, don't forget to follow and or subscribe to the pod on your favorite streaming platform for new episodes every single week, because I know you can't get enough of me. Additionally, if you want to gain access to exclusive episodes and behind the scenes bloopers and lots of other goodies, join our Patreon and support the pod with your hard-earned American dollars. You can find the link in our show notes, or you can also visit us at patreon.com/pessimistic@best. And of course, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at pessimistic@best. And if you're as obsessed with me as I am with you, you can find me at Sam Georgeson on all platforms. And last but not least, I'd like to give a special shout out to my podcast editor and producer, the love of my life, James Arbai, whom I literally could not do this without. So thank you, James. I love you so much. And thank you guys for joining me again this week. I love you too. And I cannot wait to chat with you again soon.